I'm presenting an analysis of NYC Citi Bike data using an interactive dashboard I built. Today I'll walk you through key insights about ride patterns, user behavior, and provide recommendations for system improvements based on nearly 1 million rides from January 2022. So let's start with our dataset overview. Here we can see we've analyzed over 993,240 total rides from January 2022. The system includes 1,535 unique stations across NYC. Our data spans from December 31st, 2021 to January 31st, 2022. Our data preview shows key columns including ride station locations, and user types. This gives us a solid foundation for understanding bike share usage patterns. So now let's look at the daily trends. So the daily trends analysis, we see some interesting patterns. The daily ride count. So the daily ride count chart shows significant variation throughout the month. Peak usage days had 52,705 rides, while quieter days had 411 rides. The average daily ridership is 31,039 rides. The average ride duration is 13.3 minutes across all trips. So here you can see the chart that depicts it, and all the information is stated below. So now let's look at some popular stations. So in terms of our station analysis reveals clear usage hotspots. W21 Street and 6th Avenue is our busiest start station with 5,759. 1 Avenue, East 68th Street and East 17th Street and Broadway are also consistently busy. End station patterns are very similar, indicating balanced usage. Here the bar chart depicts it very clearly. This data helps identify where to focus maintenance and capacity improvements. Now let's look at the user analysis. The user analysis page shows three key insights: member versus casual user distribution, with 85.7% are members, 14.3% are casual users. Bike type preferences is 42.5% used electric bikes, while 57.5% used classic bikes. Now let's look at the ride duration analysis. The ride duration histogram shows most trips are around 13.3 minutes. This tells us we have a strong membership base and balanced bike type usage. Now let's look at the recommendations. So the recommendations, based on an analysis of nearly 1 million rides, have identified key recommendations. Operational improvements for high demand stations like W21 Street and 6th Avenue. Business strategies to convert more casual users to members. Geographic expansion, opportunities to underserved areas. These insights can drive data-informed decisions for optimized systems. So we can also deep dive analysis, analyzing ride patterns by time of day, weather, and special events for deeper insights. Study seasonal patterns across multiple months and investigate correlations between weather and ride duration frequencies. Now let's look at some stakeholder questions as mentioned in the Career Foundry 2.7 exercise. So question 1 is, how much would you recommend scaling bikes back between November and April? So for seasonal scaling, I recommend based on typical northern city patterns and winter ridership drops to 30 to 40%. With our current daily average of 31,000 rides, winter might see 18,000 to 22,000 daily rides. Scale back fleet by 30 to 35% to reduce costs while meeting demand. Focuses remain bikes at indoor covered stations and transit hubs. Monitor actual usage data to fine-tune the scaling percentage. So question 2 is, how could you determine how many more stations to add along the water? So, in order to really confront this question and to understand it head on, I would say we need to map current station density against ride demand patterns, analyze if waterfront areas are underrepresented in our top stations. Currently, our busiest stations like W21 Street and 6th Avenue handle 5,759 rides monthly. If waterfront stations consistently rank in top 20 but have capacity issues, expansion is justified. Use geographic analysis to identify gaps in coverage along popular waterfront areas. So, question 3 is, what are some ideas for ensuring bikes are always stocked at the most popular stations? For maintaining bike availability at high demand stations, and also implementing a real time monitoring for stations handling 4,000 plus rides. Using predictive analytics, our peak days see 52,705 rides versus quiet days with 411. Increase rebalancing frequency during peak hours at top stations. Consider user incentives for returning bikes to understocked high demand areas. Expand dock capacity at persistently busy locations like W21 Street and 6th Avenue. So, thank you for your time. This dashboard provides actionable insights for optimizing NYC's bike share system. Based on nearly 1 million rides, the data shows strong membership engagement, balanced like bike type usage, and clear patterns that can guide operational decisions. I'm happy to answer any questions or deep dive into specific analysis if you have any. Thank you for your time and have a good day.